come in today so we can talk about what that entails and what we need to do to get ready for it.
Okay, I've heard of deposition before, but what exactly is a deposition?
What that is an opportunity for the attorney for the party we've sued to ask you questions under oath, and a court reporter will be present to make a transcript of your testimony that can be used later at trial.
Why does the other attorney want to take my deposition?
Well, several reasons. First, he wants to gain all of your knowledge about how the accident happened, your injuries, and other issues pertaining to the lawsuit, so that he can prepare his client's defense. Number two, he wants to commit you to your story now, so that if you offer a different story at trial, he can challenge your credibility. And third, he wants to just meet you and assess how a jury might react to you.
I assume you'll be at my deposition, right?
Oh, absolutely. I will be at your deposition, and if you want to confer with me privately at any point during the deposition, you have a right to do that. Also, if the defense attorney asks you questions that are not appropriate, I will object, and in some cases I may instruct you not to answer the question. And when he's done asking you questions, I'll also have an opportunity to ask you questions, and I may do that if I feel like any of your earlier testimony needs to be clarified.
Where will the deposition take place?
Well, it hasn't been scheduled yet, but it will probably take place at my office or the court reporter's office. Occasionally we do them at a neutral location like the public library as well.
How long will the deposition take?
Every case is different, but in a typical personal injury case where the plaintiff, which is you, is being deposed, typically what I see is anywhere from 2 to 4 hours.
What kinds of questions should I expect the other attorney to be asking?
He'll ask you questions about your background, your personal and professional background. Naturally, he'll ask you questions about how the accident happened and about your injuries and treatment. And he'll spend a lot of time most likely on how you're doing now and whether or not you're still having any effects from the injuries you sustained in the accident. As we get a little bit closer to your deposition, you and I will meet in person and review all of the questions I anticipate he'll ask you in detail.
Okay, good. What should I do to prepare for my deposition?
Yeah. As we get a little bit closer, I'll have you back into the office and we'll talk about general do's and don'ts of deposition testimony. But in the meantime, I want you to do a little bit of homework. Take another look at the crash report from the accident and another look at the photographs of the scene of the collision and also of your injuries. Take a close look at the interrogatory responses that we worked on together a few months back. And then take a look at that medical chronology that our office put together, overviewing all of your treatment that you've had since the accident.
Sure, I can do that. Am I the only one that's going to have to go through this, or is somebody else going to have to be deposed as part of my case too?
You're not the only one who's going to have to go through it. I'll be taking the deposition of the other driver who was involved in your collision, and depending on how that deposition goes, I may take the deposition of the police officer who investigated the collision as well. And then as we get further along in the litigation, one or more of your treating doctors will be deposed. And if the defense sends you out for an independent medical exam, which you and I have talked about previously, then we would want to take the deposition of that doctor as well.
Should I dress up for my deposition?
Well, you should look neat, but you don't want to overdo it. Business casual's best.
If you've been hurt, call the law firm of Hinkle and Gooch for a free consultation, 317-745-5441. If you need help, we're here for you.